We continue the story here. After further investigation, Feluda told me, I visited Dr. Mitra today. He could have also sent the letter. He seems to be in need of money as he doesn't have a good practice. A letter like this could make Rajan Babu fall ill, which would require him to go to Dr. Mitra. Now Feluda tells his friend Topshe that he had visited Dr. Mitra today and he found out that Dr. Mitra is not doing well now. He is in need of money because his business is very less. Here the word practice means a business of a doctor is going less. So such a threatening letter can make Rajan Babu fall sick, no? So that he can get some money from him. Now let us see what happens. The case had reached the stage where it had 3 suspects, but no culprit yet. Now, there were 3 people who were suspected, who were doubted, but no culprit yet. Still, we could not find out who had exactly done this. A few days later, one morning, we received a message that Rajan Babu wanted to see us urgently. Now, we rushed to his house. He was lying on the bed, looking pale and haggard. Dr. Mitra was examining him. Chinkori Babu stood nearby looking worried. Now after few days, what happened one morning, Rajan Babu calls these people immediately, very urgently, and all of them rushed to his house. And on the bed they see Rajan Babu very pale and sad and worried. And Dr. Mitra was examining him. And Chinkori Babu was standing near him. Now what happens? Rajan Babu spoke with some difficulty. Now Rajan Babu is slowly, last night after midnight I woke up suddenly and there was this face, a masked face. It bent over me. It was horrible. I can't tell you how I spent the night. Now what happens? He says last night in the midnight when he woke up, a masked face came near him and he got really scared and he can't even explain how he spent his whole night that day. Take it easy, said the doctor. You need complete rest. Now doctor says, take it easy, don't worry. You need complete rest. Dr. Mitra, said Feluda suddenly. Did you go out last night? Your jacket's got a streak of mud on it. Now Feluda suddenly asks, Dr. Mitra, did you go out last night? Your jacket is showing some mud on it. Yes, I did go out to see a patient, though it was raining so heavily, replied Dr. Mitra. Now he says, yes, I had gone to see a patient who was sick. It was raining very heavily. After Dr. Mitra had left, Feluda asked, what did the mask look like? Then Feluda asked our Rajan Babu, how did the mask look like? It was like one of those you see on the wall there. Rajan Babu pointed to a dreadful looking mask on the wall. Now he shows him a mask on the wall and says, it looked like this. Now, Chinkori Babu came in after seeing off the doctor and said, I am sorry, but I have to return to Calcutta today. I tried to change my ticket, but there are no seats for the next 10 days. Before I leave, I'll inform the police. Rajan Babu needs protection. Now Chinkori Babu comes there and he announces of him going to Calcutta because there are no seats available for the next 10 days. And he says he would inform the police also because Rajan Babu needs protection. Realizing that Rajan Babu would be all alone that night, Feluda and I decided to stay the night at his house. Now, Feluda and Topshe decide to stay in Rajan Babu's house because Rajan Babu was alone all that day. Later that night, as we were relaxing after dinner, Feluda said, I did some investigation in the afternoon. Both Prabir and Mr. Ghoshal were at a party from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. And Dr. Mitra was truly visiting a critical patient till late last night. Then he says, yes, I inquired everything. Prabir and Ghoshal were not there. They were in the party from 9 to 3 and Dr. Mitra was visiting a patient. The man wearing the mask came soon after midnight, didn't he? Yes. Well then, who does that leave us with? Feluda did not answer. He abruptly went off. Now, Feluda goes there. I lay on the bed and began to feel sleepy. I suddenly sensed the presence of someone else in the room. Now Topshe was trying to sleep. He felt somebody coming into the room, My blood froze. He got scared. I could feel the man leaning over me. Oh, how horrible it was. A mask. He was wearing a mask. Now somebody is trying to attack Topshe, and he was feeling really awkward about it. I opened my mouth and was about to scream when this person pulled the mask away. Then, above, when Topshe was about to scream that somebody has come to attack me, my scream became a nervous gasp. Feluda, it's you. Then he says, the person removes his mask, and it was none other than Feluda. Of course, it's me. I was trying on masks in the living room. Why don't you wear this one for a second? I wore the mask. Then he gives a mask and asks him to wear it. Can you sense something unusual? Feluda asks him, can you sense something unusual? No, it's size. Too large for me, that's all. Then Topshe says, this is a big mask for me. Think carefully, isn't there anything that might strike you as odd? Then he says, just see correctly, there is something different in this mask. Well, there is a faint smell, I think. There is some different smell. Of what? Cheerot. Exactly. Now Feluda says, yes, this has a smell of cheerot. And who had the habit of using cheerot? It was none other than my heart started to beat faster again. Tinkori Babu, I stammered. Then it was Tinkori Babu who was using the cheerot. Feluda sighed. Yes, I'm afraid. But he seemed to respect Rajan Babu a lot. So I don't understand why he did something like this. Now he's telling, but this person, no, he had a habit of respecting him a lot. But how come? Why did he do this? Rajan Babu was shocked when we told him about this next morning. As we were talking, Rajan Babu received a letter. He opened it with trembling hands and read it aloud. The next day, they tell Rajan Babu who the culprit was, and Rajan Babu was shocked to hear this. And that day itself, he receives one more letter, and he opens it with trembling hands and read it aloud. Dear Raju, we used to study in the same school in Bankura 50 years ago. Now 50 years ago, Rajan and this person used to study in Bankura 50 years ago. You had tripped me in that 100-meter race on our sports day. And on a sports day, what had happened? Rajan Babu had tripped this boy on the sports day. Not only did I miss the medal in that race, but I was seriously injured. Unfortunately, my father got transferred to a different town soon after, and I never got a chance to settle the score with you. So he says that revenge I already had with you. So, but my father got transferred and I couldn't get the revenge with you. So you never realized how deeply you had hurt me, both physically and mentally. Now you had hurt me, both physically and mentally. I didn't realize that you were the same boy till I came to stay in your house and I saw your childhood photograph. Now he says, I never knew that it was you. But when I saw your childhood photograph, I realized that the desire for revenge resurfaced. Then I had a desire of taking the revenge on you. I thought of doing something that would cause you anxiety and ruin your peace of mind for a short time. Then I thought of doing something which will really trouble you and you will not have a peace of mind. This was my way of punishing you for your past misdeed. Now, this was the way what I took up to punish you. You are with good wishes, you are sincerely Tinu. Tinkori Mukhyopadhyay. Adapted from Gopa Majumdar's Danger in Darjeeling. Translation by Satyajit Ray's Feluda Goendagri. Okay. So this is the story how Tinkori Babu took his revenge, took his childhood revenge on Rajan Babu using a mask. So written by Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray was an Indian filmmaker, artist and writer. He wrote several short stories and novels for children and young adults. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, children. So write down the notes what is sent through your classroom and ensure that you attend the live class without fail. Thank you.